This is exactly what Chasing Oz was talking about. Watch this, and we'll talk about it on the back end.
If you're basically watering down solid Republican districts to create more opportunities, you're making them R+4, R+5. If this is a real blue year where you won't be safe in an R+8 or 9 seat, and so actually you might end up losing seats by this grab. And so it seems to me that yeah, you might be chasing it in the moment, but come November, this actually could be counterproductive. We're actually making more seats competitive that Democrats could take.
It seems like you think there's a bit of a miscalculation being made here by the president. I also think, I wonder if you think there's a miscalculation in terms of where he's spending and allocating resources. You mentioned the $13 million against Republican state senators in Indiana. There's a lot of Republican on Republican spending going on as well. Is that not better spent trying to keep districts red or flip them?
Well, on the one hand, I think he clearly is showing his dominance over the party, and members remain fearful, and that keeps the party in line. It keeps members up here in D.C. in line because, like, wow, I don't want to go against the president. But yes, Kayleigh, I think that the downside impact could become felt in November. If you're spending a lot of money attacking fellow Republicans, it's creating a demoralization as well. Like, you're seeing turnout really high for Democrats. It's not as high for Republican when you have this Republican violence. And so I think that, yeah, you could see that there's a counter results come November.
So that last part about Republican on Republican violence is what the way he referred to it, with Republicans attacking Republicans, and what she talked about with the amount of spending. That's sort of a different subject from what Chasing Oz was talking about. Yes, there is a lot of money being spent, $13 million spent by Republicans to fight Republicans in Indiana's primary. You know, that's a lot of wasted dollars fighting within your own party. But it's the first part, the watering down districts. Chasing Oz broke this down. So you've got a big ass blue district in Orlando, and then surrounding it you have a handful of red districts they're red, but they're not like fucking solidly red. And what the Republicans did was they broke up all those Democrats and put a chunk in each one of those red-ish districts, meaning each one of those districts that were red, not 80% red, but red enough, have now been watered down with enough Democrats where they could be in play. If the Democrats were smart, they'd be spending money in those new districts in Florida, especially around Orlando, down around the Miami area, and they would start flipping what were red districts but are now watered down with a shit ton of Democrats. See, it's kind of like the same theory when people in Texas yeah, well, a lot of people from California are moving to Texas. Okay, so you want a lot of Californians in your state? It's going to change the outlook of your state. Same thing with people in Tennessee. Well, a lot of people from Illinois moved to Tennessee. Okay, I got no problem with a shit ton of people eventually turning Tennessee purple and maybe blue. Okay. Same theory goes here. Same kind of thought process goes here.